Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are here to talk about being healthy and well today. We are so thankful for People's Health Clinic and the Summit County Health Department for talking to us about diabetes and their efforts. And now here joining us is Lindsey Hargett of LK Cooking to tell us how we can make some healthy dishes for our Thanksgiving meal. Welcome, Lindsey.
Thanks for having me back.
So what do you have?
So really we're just going to, I feel like there's a lot of hype around the holidays, like either you totally indulge, or, which is usually me.
Usually the case, sadly.
Or people are like, no, I'm gonna be really, really healthy, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, because it is a food-centered holiday, and as cliche as it is, it's absolutely my favorite holiday. You just get to eat all day long. And so I've made these recipes, and I have this mindset that, if you eat good, this much of the time, then, the last percentage you can indulge in things like that, and holidays are totally the reason for that. But I always try to bring something that's a little healthier, usually incorporating vegetables for, holiday meals, because we get a lot of, the carbs and the desserts and things like that. So I try and make sure we have some vegetables and some healthier things so that, all kind of balances out. So we're going to start with, so we're just doing kind of cleaned up. I know people say that a lot, but, we're going to do like some cleaned up sides that still taste like your traditional favorites, you know what I mean? So you're not like, oh, I'm eating this stupid thing that isn't exactly, this isn't Thanksgiving.
What I want.
Exactly. So we're gonna be doing some sweet potatoes, and the traditional sweet potatoes have like candied pecans and marshmallows and full of sugar, and they're delicious, but we're just trying to be a little bit better. So we're gonna use some natural sugars, and so we've got our sweet potato. I roasted a couple sweet potatoes in the oven, just until they were soft, and then mashed them up like this, so they've got that gorgeous color.
I suppose you could use canned sweet potatoes as well if you're in a
You could.
hurry.
If you're in a pinch, you totally could. But really, I just poke mine a bunch, stick them in the oven. Pro tip, put a pan underneath, because they're very sugary and they will drip all over your oven. My oven is a disaster right now because I threw them in yesterday, so.
So this is speaking from experience.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good to know.
Under there. But, so we're just going to, like I said, we're going to do some natural sugars. And so we've got just some maple syrup. Here's a tip for you though. Okay. Maple syrup that you get from the regular grocery store or whatever that is like your Mrs. Butterworth, things like that, that's sugar flavored like maple. And so that's kind of defeating the purpose of like a natural sugar if you're using that. So, but if you get organic maple syrup from, a health food store or something like that, they're usually really expensive. Costco, $10 for this guy. I won't buy it anywhere else. It's basically the same as regular syrup. So anyways, that's my little plug for Costco.
I've noticed some stores too selling really smaller. So if you don't want to get the giant $8 jar, you can get a smaller little 4 ounce for much cheaper, which is probably all you need for something like this.
Exactly. So we only need 2 tablespoons of this. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons right here, and then just add that into there. Let's see, I'll have you come over here and help me pour some of these in here.
Oh, so yes, I would love to.
We've got coconut milk right here that I got out of the can.
Oh, I'm gonna spill it.
Might drip a little, but. So we can pour
dump this
that
in. This coconut
That's
milk?
just a half a cup of coconut milk.
Perfect.
We're gonna do half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla as well. Let's hope I don't get any vanilla bean pods in there. There we go.
Oh, okay, wait, I have to ask you really quick. This is your vanilla?
Yes, this is my homemade vanilla.
How do you make this?
So, we should do that on a segment sometime.
Okay,
but this is just, it's vodka, you can use rum or vodka, and then vanilla beans, and you just let them, hang out together. I have an Instant Pot recipe as well, so definitely have to share that one with you, because homemade vanilla is the way to go.
Oh, I'm excited to learn more.
That to everything. So I've got some ground flaxseed here. And for people like my dad that are like, why are you feeding me that stuff? You won't taste it. So
you won't even know that it's in there,
Dad.
so just don't tell him.
My family gives me crap for health food all the time, but I just sneak it in.
My father-in-law's like that too.
Yeah.
He's not a fan. Yeah. But if he doesn't know, he can't tell.
Exactly, you'll never know. So
key.
nobody tell my dad this is in here.
Okay. Mom's the word.
Actually, he's probably watching. Hi, Dad. So we've got a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of this real salt here, and then I've got some coconut oil as well. So we've got, sweet potato and coconut really go so well together. They taste so good, and it really plays on like the sweetness of both of them without being, cloyingly sweet or really too overpowering. So we've got
I wouldn't have thought to use coconut oil and coconut milk.
That.
So this is some great tips for us.
So while we're getting that stirred up, that's like the filling, and then we have got we're just gonna do like a crumble topping instead of, the marshmallows and all of that. So,
Well, this is dairy-free.
Yes.
So that's important.
and it's vegan as well, I believe.
It's vegan.
Let me make sure. Yeah.
I have one of those in my house. So.
Exactly. I cook for some people that are
He'll be
vegan,
thrilled.
and it is, just as good. So I've got some chopped pecans here, and we're going to add some. It's also gluten-free. Did I mention that? So everybody can eat this. We've got some almond flour and some oats and some more coconut, some coconut oil that we're going to cut in, and then we're going to do some coconut brown sugar instead of a regular brown sugar.
Nice.
So just some good natural sugars. And that's going to be our crumble topping. So we've got that all mixed up, and we can pour that into
Dump
the
this
pan.
into your pan, okay.
And the color is
beautiful sweet
amazing
potatoes.
on
I love
that.
this orange color. Looks great. Smells really good too, surprisingly.
Yes, so good. And I'm really, there are sugars in there. Again, we've got the coconut and the maple and stuff like that, but you could eat something like this for breakfast and not feel too bad about it.
Oh,
So,
I would. Sweet potato casserole is my
We're
favorite.
definitely gonna have some of that this morning. So
Yes.
So we're gonna cut this in kind of like you would a pie filling, but we've got coconut oil instead. And this coconut oil has been in my car overnight, so it's probably actually really cold. But so basically you just wanna cut that in and make like a nice crumble topping, and then you can, kind of put that over the top.
So instead of doing your traditional butter and sugar and
marshmallows and things like that.
this is a much healthier version.
It's gonna be a lot better. I never really understood that because it was so sweet, but it is really good. But again, if you can clean up little things like the sweet potatoes aren't usually my very favorite side, and so if I can clean those up and then eat more mashed potatoes, which I'm going to do, then I feel better about it.
I'm a little bit the opposite. I love the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And the mashed potatoes, maybe I'll clean those up. But this looks
definitely can
really
do that
good,
too.
and I think my family would enjoy both, actually.
So we've got that kind of mixed in. Obviously, I've got some big coconut oil chunks
Tip it
from
a
my
little bit so
cold.
you guys can see
Yeah.
that.
So
There,
super
looks
yummy.
beautiful.
So we're also going to talk about green beans. Green bean casserole is a big thing. I hate the word casserole. I never like to label any of my dishes with that because it has such a negative
It
connotation
does.
to it.
It really does.
We're like, oh, casserole. But
Not a casserole.
And last year we did one that was a cleaned up green bean casserole, but this year we're just going to do some green beans.
Perfect. Yeah,
So-
not everyone loves that green bean
Kind of
casserole
creamy,
taste. The creamy,
and that's
yeah.
usually one of the only vegetables that's there as well.
That's true.
So, and it's swimming in cream of whatever soup. So, it kind of defeats the purpose of the vegetable. So, what we're going to do is just some sautéed green beans. And the key with these, so you can buy these fresh around Thanksgiving. They're everywhere. But what you want to do, instead of just rinsing them and then sautéing them, is you want to blanch them first, which is kind of like a par cooking. And it's really nice for Thanksgiving because you can do this, a couple of days ahead of time. And then right before Thanksgiving dinner, when everything is all ready, you just throw them in the pan with what I'm going to show you, and then they're ready to go. So we've got some oil, and then I've got some minced garlic and some shallot here.
Okay.
And so we're just going to sauté those up a little bit. And you just want to sauté those until they're like translucent. We're going to go faster since we're on TV time. But I've just got about half a shallot. Shallots are, about this big. So
Right, yeah.
just a couple tablespoons of those, a couple cloves of garlic. And so you let those sauté up a little
Nice
bit.
and fragrant.
Super, super fragrant. And so we're just gonna let those go for a little bit. And then with your par cooked green beans, I didn't tell you how to do that. So you're going to put them in a pot and then cover them with cold water, bring them up to a boil and let them boil I set a timer for like 4 minutes last night. And I've got like a pound of green beans here.
That's quick.
So like I said, it's just a par cook. And that way it, softens them a little. And then you want to put them in an ice bath, or if you're really lazy like I was last night, just rinse them with cold water a lot so that it stops the cooking right away. And then you're gonna finish it here in the pan. So we've got the garlic and the shallot and the olive oil, going here. You could do butter if you want a little more, indulgent of a flavor. But so you've got the all sautéing, and then you're gonna mix the green beans with that. And so really you've just got this fresh dish that, everybody can eat. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's vegan, it's all of those things.
Delicious,
but it's a good vegetable, and it will really balance out. Like I said, I'm gonna be eating all the mashed potatoes, all the stuffing. So if I eat a couple green beans, I'm like, oh, this is healthy. I'm doing great.
Balance.
So,
It's important to be
exactly.
balanced.
And of course, dessert.
Yes.
We'll talk about. We've got. Are we gonna come back to that? I should have asked you. Are we gonna come back, or should we do the pie right now?
Let's just do it right now. Is that okay?
All right. So we've got.
Well, actually, let's take a quick break. We'll be back
Sounds
with dessert after this quick break. You don't want to miss this. We are enjoying some healthy sides for your Thanksgiving and holiday meals, so we will be right back.